Hello, YouTube friends. This is Recovering Yankee. Today is the 15th of fourth month, tax day. And of course, I've got to go do my taxes because I've got to be a good little boy. Okay, so uh, the 7 days of unleavened bread are over with. Passover is obviously over with. And I'm back to my normal carnivore routine. Last night was my first official carnivore meal after the end of unleavened bread. So, this morning I weighed myself. I'm 246 right now. So I gained apparently 3 pounds just from eating unleavened bread during the festival. So, no big deal. Life is life. It goes on. I'm not giving up. Doesn't mean I'm quitting. I'm not a quitter. Never have been. And that's one of my strongest features, by the way, is I'm not a quitter. I will not quit. It takes me, I don't know, years and years and years and years of something failing before I quit. I have the tenacity of a honey badger. Okay, so anyway, according to Dr. Chafee, Dr. Berry, and Dr. Berg, if I don't eat enough protein, it's going to cause me not to get into ketosis. And according to others, and especially people in the comments too, other professionals, that if I eat too many proteins, i.e., too many calories, then I'm going to cut out the weight loss. So here's what I'm going to do. For this week, I'm going, until I get back into the swing of eating nothing but carnivore, because of course unleavened bread requires you to eat bread, which is definitely not carnivore. So, and as you see, I gained 3 pounds. So, this week I'm going to eat 1 pound of burger every night and 4 eggs and butter for a week. And then next week, hold on. Next week, according to Dr. Berry and Dr. Berg and Dr. Chafee, I'm going to be eating significantly more protein. And I believe that my biggest problem for the last couple months of not constantly having stalls, losing weight for 2 days or 1 day or 3 days, and then going right back on a weight loss stall. I think it's because I was not eating enough protein. Now, I don't have a doctor to tell me. Obviously, all these doctors are conflicting with each other. One doctor says, oh, you got to make sure you get a lot of protein every day. Other doctor says, no, too much protein is no good for you. One doctor says, watch how many calories you have. Another doctor says, no, calories, don't even worry about it. So, too many conflicting things. The theme of these various carnivore gurus, if you will, is that you're supposed to have, for every pound of lean body mass, you're supposed to have 1 gram of protein. And since I have no way of figuring out how much lean body mass I have, because obviously if I'm fat, how could I have lean body mass? Doesn't make any sense logically speaking. So I'm going to assume that it is based on my 165 pound, what I was when I got out of the Navy. That is the leanest I've been for a very, 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 very long time. And when I joined the Navy, I was about 150-ish, 55. But I was 165 when I got out. Okay? I was at the peak of health in my life. Okay? So I'm going to use a 165 pound number as the basis for what they're calling lean body mass. And it's my goal weight is 165 too. So that's the same reason I'm using 165. I'm going to have 1 gram of protein per 165 pounds, which means 165 grams of protein per day, regardless of how many calories it is. I'm not going to worry about calories anymore. That's too frustrating. I don't even like the word grams. I hate grams. I hate the metric system. I don't even understand it really. I learned about it in school when I took math, but it doesn't mean I understand it. But anyway, I'm going to start eating 1 gram of protein, 165 grams a day, with plenty of butter. And I'm cutting out all the turkey bacon because it just screws up with the macros you're supposed to have for the carnivore diet. I'm not eating chicken sausage anymore. That screws up the macros. So from now on, it's just eggs and beef. Eggs and beef. Chicken, fish, too low in pork. I mean, too low in fat. So you have to play around by eating a lot of butter. And pork, too high in fat. Obviously, I don't eat pork, so it's not a big deal. But for you guys that are eating pork, it might be a problem. Pork is too high in fat. So that screws around with your macros. So the best thing to do for your macros is beef and eggs. That's it. So I am going to start consuming 165 grams of protein per day. Now, each package of food or each egg carton will tell you how many grams of protein are in one egg, or how many grams of protein are in 1/4 pound of hamburger meat. Okay, so using those numbers on the list, I'm going to eat 165 grams of protein per day. Now, unfortunately, for the calorie people who say, well, "Oh, you got to be careful with too many calories," 165 grams of protein is going to put me in the over like 2,300 grams of 2,300 calories. Okay, so I'm going to have to just ignore your comments for the next couple weeks, and I'm going to see if 165 grams of protein, along with a minimum of 165 grams of fat every single day, will start me going into regular, continual weight loss. Not one day of losing weight and 3 weeks of stall, because that is utterly ridiculous. And just to be honest, it's very frustrating emotionally, psychologically, and mentally for me to do the diet and then not lose weight. It's very, very unappetizing, if you will. Unappetizing. So, that's the plan, starting at the end of this week. This week being the week I'm getting back into carnivore lifestyle, getting rid of all the carbohydrates that I ate for the last week, which was not by necessarily by choice, but by religious duty. So, anyway, 246. I'm glad I only gained 3 pounds. I'm very happy with that. But starting on 6th day of this week, which is Friday according to Rome, I'm going to be with 165 grams of protein per day and a minimum of 165 grams of fat for the day. Okay? So, anyway, thank you very much. Keep watching my videos. If you tell me that I'm wrong, you got to show me why, because I'm really not understanding this diet. I just want to let you know that I don't really understand this diet. Okay? I don't understand how there's contradictions between too many calories, not enough calories. I don't understand how I honestly don't understand how a person can consume 165 grams of protein every day and then claim they're on the carnivore diet and claim they're under 1,500 calories. It's not possible, but I'm going to try it. That's like 1.5 pounds of beef a day, okay? And several eggs. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just doing the best I can. I'm dealing with this stuff with grams. I hate the word grams. I hate milligrams, centigrams, kilograms, metergrams, whatever. I hate them. I'm from America. We have imperial measurement system. Inches, ounces, pounds. That's what I know. I can look at a bolt on a car, and I can tell you right away it's a 1/2 inch or 9/16 or 3/8. I can tell it just like that. Not a problem. But you tell me 10 millimeter wrench, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have to go through all the wrenches in the thing to find the right one to fit the bolt. Because I can't figure out what a 10 millimeter wrench looks like, and I can't figure out what a 10 millimeter nut looks like until I actually try each wrench in the range. So it takes me an extra, just if I'm doing some work on my car, it takes me an extra 15 minutes just to find the right wrench. Whereas before I'd look at the nut and go, oh, that's a 1/2 inch. Just like that. It was in my eyesight. My eyesight saw a 1/2 inch. My eyesight can tell the difference between a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch nut. My eyesight can tell the difference between 3/8 of an inch and a 1/2 inch. It's just that easy. Oh, that's a 3/8. Grab a 3/8. Boom, get the 3/8 done. I can drag race a quarter mile. I used to do that when I was younger. I know what a quarter mile looks like from just looking from here to there. I can tell you a quarter mile. But I can't tell you what the equivalent is in kilometers. Anyway, thank you very much. Hit like and subscribe.